Before the stars blinked with threat, before the laughter echoed across the void, there was silence. Humanity had found what no species had before: true peace. 1,000 years without war, without conquest, without fear. We thought we had transcended violence, that the galaxy would forget the old Earth, the Earth that clawed its way through darkness and chaos, the Earth that once screamed defiance into the void. But peace made us a mystery, and mysteries attract attention. When the Gora'vak came, they expected lambs. What they got was a circus, a planet that fights back not with guns, but with irony, not with terror, but with memes. A species whose greatest weapon is the madness of imagination. This is the story of the day war returned, and Earth laughed. For 1,000 years, Earth had known peace. No wars, no invasions, no famine, plague, or even political unrest. The Great Accord of 3024, signed after the Unification Wars, had ensured it. Nations became one. Weapons were dismantled. Artificial intelligence took over governance, optimized every system, and humans finally began living, not just surviving. We'd become poets, artists, philosophers again. Cities floated in the sky. Oceans were clean, forests reborn. Children didn't learn about war. They heard of it like we once heard fairy tales, distant, surreal. And then came the signal. It wasn't loud or dramatic, just a flicker on the solar listening array based on Luna Station Theta. A whisper among cosmic noise, encrypted pulses from deep space. Unmistakably artificial. The council dismissed it. Random interference, they said. Probably an echo from some dying star. But we who still remembered Earth's old instincts, we felt it. The silence didn't last. 1 week later, the sky broke open. Above Earth, they appeared. Not one ship, not a fleet, but an entire constellation of craft. Glossy, black as void, shaped like razors stretching across the sky. The Gora'vak. They didn't speak. They didn't land. They broadcasted to every screen, every implant, every connected mind. We are the Gora'vak. Your peace is a lie. Your softness will be your end. We claim this world as tribute. Then silence again. But this time, it wasn't peaceful. The Gora'vak waited above us like predators testing prey. They made no immediate move to attack. It was psychological warfare, pure dominance. But they underestimated humanity. For centuries, our weapons have been stored away, technology repurposed for peace. But Earth hadn't forgotten how to fight. Buried deep beneath the Alps, beneath layers of reinforced alloy and historical encryption, lay the last archive, the knowledge vault of Earth's entire military past. It was called Project Bastion, not a stockpile of weapons, but blueprints, tactics, bioweapon formulas, psychological warfare models, ancient battle doctrines, from Genghis Khan to orbital warfare simulations from the Martian Wars. Only one person had the clearance to unlock it: Commander Elias Dane, last surviving member of the Old Guard, a military relic who had trained in the pre-peace era. He was 118 years old and had chosen cryo-sleep decades ago, swearing never to awaken unless Earth faced existential threat. And so we woke him. His eyes opened slowly, as if he were sensing the tension in the air. No one spoke. He looked at the sky through the glass dome and simply said, "Took them long enough." The council wanted negotiations. Commander Danelaft, you think aliens capable of burning light years of fuel for conquest want a treaty? No, they want to dominate. And we need to remind them what humans are. He wasn't talking about weapons. He was talking about something far more dangerous. Our minds. Commander Dane didn't reach for missiles or fleets. He called in a different kind of unit. The Minds of Mayhem, a blacklisted think tank once tasked with psychological deterrence. They were comedians, meme crafters, social engineers, chaos theorists. Their weapons? Irony, satire, absurdity. The Gora'vak don't understand us, Dane said. They think peace made us soft. Let's show them the madness behind our smile. Operation Iron Laugh was born. Satellites beamed every piece of human cultural absurdity into space. Cat videos with war subtitles, political memes from every century, prank war compilations, stand-up comedy from 1,000 worlds. The goal was simple: confuse, disorient, overwhelm. And it worked. The Gora'vak intercepted thousands of transmissions. A Shakespearean insult battle mashed up with ancient death metal. A cooking tutorial in Klingon. A toddler yelling an O at a malfunctioning robot vacuum while riding a goat. They tried to decipher meaning. They tried to extract threat levels. They failed. One of their ships detonated its own communications array. Another began broadcasting its own warning back to the fleet. This species is unquantifiable, dangerous, illogical. It wasn't just memes. Humanity vegan responding in masse. Not with fear, not with weapons, with laughter. Public gatherings across the globe became mock welcome parades for the Gora'vak, complete with inflatable tentacle floats and signs that read, "Invade us, Daddy Alien," and "We surrender, bring tacos." For a species that thrived on control, the chaos was unbearable. The Gora'vak hesitated, and that's when we struck. When the first Gora'vak ship descended into low orbit, humanity didn't scramble jets or raise shields. Instead, we uploaded the Madness Protocol, psychological counterattack years in the making, never used until now. It began with sound, not weapons, music. A synchronized global transmission blared across Earth's surface and into orbit. The Gora'vak ship received a full 24-hour loop of human music history. Mongolian throat singing, Scandinavian black metal, 90s boy bands, Gregorian chants, trap remixes of Mozart, pirate sea shanties, and one unending rendition of Baby Shark in 65 languages. The alien ship's AI tried to filter it, block it, analyze it. Instead, it began malfunctioning. One officer's log was intercepted. Emotional oscillation inconsistent with threat evaluation. These signals provoke both rage and amusement. Then came the visuals. Every digital billboard on Earth now displayed deep-fake videos of Gora'vak commanders dancing. Someone animated a short film of a Gora'vak falling in love with a Roomba. It trended on GalacticNet. The invaders didn't understand. That was the point. Humanity wasn't just surviving. We were performing. And they couldn't look away. Commander Dane said it best. They came expecting a species broken by peace. But peace didn't kill our edge. It sharpened it. We replaced fear with imagination, weapons with wit. And now, their neural integrity is unraveling. Earth's AI defenses had already mapped their fleet. While the Gora'vak obsessed over decoding our madness, orbital relays locked onto critical ship systems. Quietly, surgically, a dozen enemy vessels suddenly lost gravity control. Another rotated endlessly, caught in a loop of playing Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. And all across the Gora'vak fleet, they panicked. The Gora'vak were a species of order, perfectly hierarchical, governed by unyielding logic. Their entire civilization was built on predictability. And we, humans, we were the antithesis. By the 6th Earth day of their silent standoff, their flagship began broadcasting distress signals. Not to us, but to their own homeworld. Engagement impossible. Host species exhibits paradoxical aggression laughter hybrid. Psychological warfare undetectable. Request reinforcements or immediate retreat. Their commanders debated. Logic said retreat. Pride said push forward. So they tried once more. A smaller Gora'vak scout ship attempted a precision strike on one of our orbital towers, an easy target. But when it entered the atmosphere, it found itself surrounded by drones, not attack drones, but ones shaped like giant rubber ducks, blaring circus music and firing glitter cannons. The pilot's log: tactical systems overridden, vision impaired by reflective spark particles, emotional dissonance unbearable. The ship crashed into the sea, intact, unharmed. Its pilot was captured and greeted by a welcoming party in chicken costumes doing the Macarena. He screamed. The human response wasn't random. It was engineered. Behind the scenes, Earth's ThinkNets, our evolved AI hive research systems, had calculated that absurdity was more corrosive to Gora'vak systems than any kinetic weapon. We weren't just trolling them. We were rewriting their reality. Commander Dane delivered one final message through hijacked Gora'vak frequencies. You came seeking war. You found theater. You brought fleets. We brought memes. You expected fear, but all you did was make us laugh. The Gora'vak fleets began withdrawing, not in defeat, but in confusion. Utter, soul-rattling confusion. To them, we were a paradox, a species that laughed in the face of annihilation, that danced in the fire, and that terrified them more than death. The skies cleared. The Gora'vak vanished beyond our solar system. No further messages, no retaliation, no diplomatic envoy. Just silence. But this time, it felt like victory. Earth erupted, not into war chants or national anthems, but memes, parades, dance-offs, and an international holiday declared by popular vote. Interstellar Laugh Day. Commander Dane returned to cryo-sleep with a smirk. Wake me again when the clowns in space forget who we are. Across the galaxy, the story of Earth spread like wildfire. The soft species that turned warfare into performance art. That weaponized joy that made their enemies question reality itself. Galactic historians try to make sense of it. They called it the human anomaly. Diplomats rewrote their threat scales. Empires added psychological resistance modules to their command structures, citing Earth as a Class X cultural hazard. We had won a war, not with power, but with unpredictability, creativity, madness. But Earth changed too. We remembered something ancient. That survival wasn't about firepower. It was about identity, about never becoming so logical, so rigid, that you forget to laugh, even when the sky is falling. In the years that followed, humanity didn't rebuild its armies. We built art ships, fleets filled with storytellers, comedians, musicians, explorers. Vessels designed not to conquer, but to remind the stars, Earth remembers. And Earth smiles back. And if anyone ever threatens the 1,000-year peace again, they better be ready for the punchline.